AJ, and it was just a pleasure to play in the city of Houston.
You heard that? Did you hear that? Does that sound like a man that's coming back to the Rockets? I mean, to the Astros? Does that sound like a man that's coming back, that's looking forward to being an Astro in the future? Does that sound like it? It sounds like he's saying goodbye. He's going to be a free agent, you know. He applauded his teammates, applauded his contemporaries, his colleagues in the pitching staff. Did he say a damn word about A.J. Hinch? Hell no. Hell no. And I wouldn't either. It's a game 7. This is it. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. And this guy is sitting up there with your ace in the bullpen standing. And oh, by the way, Hinch warmed up in the 6th. He warmed up, and then for some reason you sat him down and had Will Harris up in there. What the hell? I mean, this is some unbelievable stuff. It really is. I'm so sad. I got to tell you that. I'm so sad. Because I watched this guy. He won 107 games last year, lost just 55. In the 5 years that he's managed the Houston Astros, his record is 481 and 329. He's won 2 pennants and a World Series title. Not a bad job. Has never had a losing record. And I'm not trying to advocate he'd be gone or anything stupid like that. He's done a hell of a job. But I got to tell you something. He should have a very difficult time sleeping for many nights this offseason. You got Garrett Cole waiting with a championship on the line. There is no tomorrow. And you got him sitting there because of Will Harris.
Jimmy Garoppolo, 4 touchdown passes for the unbeaten Niners.
Yeah, he played great today. His best game yet, probably.
Garoppolo lobs one down the sideline of the end zone. It is caught for a touchdown. Garoppolo throws end zone for Bourne. Touchdown!
Yeah, man, he was making his throws.
Kittle made the catch. Touchdown! San Francisco!
Yeah, he's pretty good. He makes some pretty gutsy throws out there. Goodness gracious. Other than strong chin line, he's incredible.
49ers go to 8-0.
The Stephen A. Smith Show on ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Insurance. Guests on the Stephen A. Smith Show appear via the Shell Pennzoil Performance Line.
So, if you missed any of my opening segment, go check it out on demand in the Stephen A. Smith podcast, brought to you by Capital One. Capital One is reimagining banking, offering accounts with no fees or minimums that can be opened in 5 minutes. Capital One. Hey, what's in your wallet? Capital One, NA member, FDIC. Also, the Stephen A. Smith Show is being brought to you by the new Shell V-Power Nitro plus premium gasoline. Now with 4 levels of defense against gunk, wear, corrosion, and friction. 888-SAY, ESPN, it's 888-729-3776. I'll get to what happened with the 49ers last night in just a little while, especially when my man Louis Riddick comes up to jumpstart hour number 2. You know I'm going to do that. Anyway, let's get to the phone calls before that time, right here at 888-SAY, ESPN, it's 888-729-3776. Let's go to Joe Min. You're live with Stephen A. What's up?
Hey, what's going on there, cousin Steve, man? How you doing?
I'm all right. Talk to me.
2 quick points. The Kyrie situation, man, he can't be let off the hook for how he made his exit out of Cleveland with LeBron.
Why?
Because what he said about LeBron when he left there talking about, he was sunning him and all this stuff.
That's right.
I mean,
that's right.
What? That was not a credible reason to leave.
Hold on, whoa. Let me tell you why I was. Let me tell you why I respectfully disagree with you. If he just wanted to leave because of that reason, you have a point. But it was coupled with understand where all that sunning comes from, meaning you trying to be the sun and all of this other stuff. As Max is religiously quotes The Wire when you talking about Marla, I wasn't made to be the sun or whatever the hell it was. Here's the point. What Kyrie Irving was saying is, you about to leave. We supposed to all just sit around here and wait for you to make your decision and have our careers in limbo in terms of where we going to play and who we going to play with, because we know that Cleveland and the way its organization is run and what they're doing is going to be entirely different with LeBron James than without him. And so as a result, you're asking Kyrie Irving to sit around and wait for LeBron James to make a decision. He didn't want to do that. I don't have a problem with that, Joman.
But I don't. Okay, now you got more of the backstory than I do. But
Okay.
from the outside looking, just the fan here that's speaking, just the outside fans, not the celebrated reporter that you are with years and years or decades in the business. To us, it looks like the guy at sometimes he will roll a hand grenade in a room, blow it up, and then blame everybody else. And he the one pulled the pin.
Time out, but wait a minute here. Let's backtrack. Let me ask you this question. You watch me on TV?
Yeah.
You listen to me on the radio?
For years, yeah.
And I appreciate that. Then you would happen to know that stuff that you were talking about that came from the outside, my brother, I'm the person you were listening to. Whose show did Kyrie come on? It was my show.
He did.
Yeah, I was the one reporting on this stuff. And I'm telling you right now, Kyrie Irving didn't call nobody out.
No.
He didn't blame anybody.
I agree with you in this instance. But what I'm saying is, a lot of the baggage that he's getting from fans like myself, this stuff that's going on that come from Boston into what's going on in Baltimore, that's just some jaded Boston fan.
Right. Okay.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. But I'm saying it's fake fans that really have a predetermined disposition against him for other reasons, and they using this as a scapegoat.
Okay.
He left. You're right. He left, and he went to go to Brooklyn.
Boston.
I agree with you. I wanted him in New York.
All right.
I wanted him with the Knicks, because I'm tired. I'm languishing in despair from what the Dolan and the Knicks have done.
They couldn't come play for Dolan, bro. They couldn't come play for Dolan. They couldn't do it.
You don't think so?
They couldn't. I'm telling you what I was told. They couldn't come play for Dolan. In the end, they couldn't come play for Dolan. Couldn't do it. I gotta run, Joman. I appreciate the call. Call back anytime, my brother. Thank you so much. Let's go to Mike. You're live with Stephen A. What's up?
Hey, what's up, Stephen A? First off, I want to say I appreciate you and your passion for sports, man. You make it easy to listen to.
Thank you, man.
But the reason I called is because you said something that hit me was you're tired of the way the media is treating the black athletes that are different.
No.
And as
Not just the black guy, because some of these dudes deserve it. So let me be very, very clear. I'm just talking about if you don't have a dude, if you talking about Kyrie as a baller and you're dissecting and picking apart his game, brother, that's fair game, man. But when you start talking about him as a man, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence? I mean, we think about this for a second here, man. The season just started 2 weeks ago. And there's an article coming out about Kyrie Irving being moody. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I agree. And as a white man in my mid-30s, all I can say is thank you, because I've been saying this for years. They treat people, black athletes, differently. And I see it. I see it every day in regular life. But in the media, they're treated differently. Russ is treated differently because he's different. Cam is treated differently because he's different. They don't fit the mold of the black athlete, quote, unquote. And as a white man, I don't know what it's like. I respect that, and I respect everybody's point of view. But to sit there and disrespect the man, I've met Kyrie. I know what a sweet, humble, nice person he is. He will take the time out to talk to you, but he ain't going to sit there and play games with you.
Right.
He's just a cordial, nice person. And I want to say thank you for saying that, because not many people say the ones that don't fit the mold. When Allen Iverson was coming out, he was different. I'm from the 757. I know Allen Iverson. He's different when he was 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? But because he didn't fit the mold, he was classified different, moody, disrespectful, all this. No, he was just different. And that's basically what it is. So I appreciate you on that.
I got you, man. I thank you for the call. I really appreciate it. 888-SAY-ESPN. It's 888-729-3776. You're listening live to Stephen A. ESPN Radio, ESPN News. Back with more of your calls before hour number 2 starts off with Louis Riddick in a minute. By the way, when it comes to hiring, you don't have time to waste. You need to get to your short list of qualified candidates fast. That's why you need Indeed.com. Post a job in minutes, set of screening questions based on your job requirements, then zero in on qualified candidates using an intuitive online dashboard. Your time is precious, so let Indeed help you get to your short list of qualified candidates and discover why more than 3 million businesses use Indeed for hiring. Post a job today at Indeed.